Emancipation Oak, Thirst for Knowledge, Virginia Civil War Trails, virginiawartrails.org plaque says, here under an oak tree, newly freed African-American students listened in January of 1863 as the Emancipation Proclamation was read aloud. Union General Benjamin Butler's contraband of war decision at Fort Monroe in 1861 anticipated that day, enabling hundreds of enslaved African Americans to reach freedom in the Union lines. The rising number of contrabands camped here prompted the establishment of schools, antebellum slave codes, and had forbidden the education of slaves. And the freedom exhibit a great thirst for knowledge. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but if you're ever here in Hampton, Virginia, right close to Hampton University, you can find this Emancipation Oak. And you can also, it's huge. It is huge. Joker's giant, ginormous.
Folks, this is Black and White Politics. I'm David. I'm the black guy. This is my buddy Blaine in a really bright shirt today.
Really handsome black guy.
He is the white guy today. All right, we are standing under the Emancipation tree here at Hampton University. It's the first time I've ever seen it. It is a massive oak, and it sets the tone for our video that we're going to do today on Dr. Harvey and the petition going to remove him. So we will get into that. Do you have anything to say in the intro?
This will probably be a black and white politics that you will definitely want to thumbs up. You'll definitely want to comment on, especially if you're a student or alumni here at Hampton University.
They might not like what we have to say, but we're going to be fair.
They may not like it, but we still want you to comment.
We're going to give our thoughts.
And you definitely want to share, but most importantly, subscribe to Black and White Politics here on YouTube.
All right. All right. So the Hampton University community calls for the resignation of President William R. Harvey. This comes from HBCUBuzz.com, and this is the petition from change.org. Normally don't do a lot of reading, but we don't want to miss anything because we want to make sure we get all y'all's gripes and all y'all's problems that y'all have. We want to make sure that we get them out there for you so folks can make up their own mind. But of course, we're going to give
our opinions
too.
Yeah.
So all right. So the Daily Press documents several protests that have been held during Harvey's reign. Topics discussed in the article include 1985 and 1986 demanding university divestitures in South African companies during apartheid and the imprisonment of Nelson Mandela. 1991, President Harvey's invitation to President George H.W. Bush as the commencement speaker. In 2003, the revelation of the evaluation of the health code violations in the cafeteria by the script. In 2005, protests against George W. Bush administration and the conflict in the Middle East. And the result in a half dozen students being punished and the civil liberty unions being involved. Do you have any? That's the first part.
Yeah.
so far?
Yeah. So my thoughts are this: the investments or whatever in the apartheid movement at the time, I still very well in my memory. From, you know, obviously apartheid's wrong. I want nothing to, would never want anything to do with it, or really be involved with anyone who's been involved with it, unless of course they've realized their error and changed significantly. But yeah, that could be seen as something
I can understand that problem.
Questionable. I can definitely understand that part there. That one, you've got something there. The only defense I could possibly give Dr. Harvey on that one is, you know, that was so long ago, and it doesn't necessarily mean that he supported apartheid. I mean, he's black, so I mean, you know, I'm sure there's other factors that we're not privy to. But bottom line is, yeah, that's definitely questionable, and that would be something to be upset with, but to be upset with back then. Now, I don't know, be honest, if y'all were upset with it back then or not, but to bring it up now, you know, that's the only thing I see as far as what he's read so far. The Bush thing, dude, inviting the president of the United States, no matter who's the president, is still a great honor.
If he says yes.
If he says yes.
In 2018, the Hope and Hampton protests, which sparked by President Harvey and his administration ignoring the blatantly disrespecting students and their concerns during the Hampton University Town Hall meeting, concerns including the lack of dorm safety, Title IX violations, and cafeteria health code violations. So we don't know exactly what took place, but if you're going according to this, as far as dorm safety, I can understand that.
Yeah,
especially if you're a female,
right? And
you're trying to make sure that when you're in your dorm that you're safe. Right. I'm well behind you on that.
We're with you on that.
Title IX, not too much of a Title IX guy, but okay. If the cafeteria sucked in 2018 and it sucked bad enough and he knew about it and didn't take appropriate action, then you have to ask yourself, did he actually know about it? Did he actually visit there enough? And you're gonna say, well, he's in charge and I guess the buck starts with him.
Right.
But since 2018, has any changes been made to that cafeteria?
Right. And I want to speak personally on that. So I'm not going to say whom it was, but I've done tour bus work in this area for lots of people. I'm going to say that much. And I've eaten at the cafeteria on the water here at Hampton University. And the staff was very nice, very organized, very clean. And I would put that cafeteria, based on my multiple experiences eating at Hampton University, up against places like up against places like Norfolk State University, up against places like Delaware State University, up against other colleges, universities in my time driving charter tour buses that I have been to in multiple groups. That facility there is actually amongst one of the cleanest and best staff I've been to. And I'll leave it at that.
I've never been there. All right. Further, President Harvey has repeatedly failed to address the issues affecting students or waited too long to make statements. Most recently, Hampton University is one of the last colleges in Virginia to announce closure of campus amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. The delayed response led to many students being displaced. Additionally, all on-campus residents were unable to retrieve their personal belongings from their dorms for 3 months. Now look, here nor there was a lot of problems, all of that, from the president's response to Congress's response to that, because there was a lot of misinformation being pushed, still is to this day.
Right.
And
a lot.
I don't know the man, so I'm gonna assume he was trying to get all the information before he done anything. 3 months is a long time to have your stuff just sitting in there, but as long as you was safe, does it matter? I mean, that's just me.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And
got any thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, I do understand the students though who are concerned. You're trying to get your stuff. I get it. Unless you left your wallet or purse with your ID in there, and you left your phone or something like that important in there, maybe your tablet or something like that. You know, those things, yeah, get them back as soon as possible, whatever. But I mean, that to me seemed, even though it's unfortunate, it seemed like it was something that they were trying to do to try to protect everybody, the students. A vast inconvenience. We understand. We're all going through this COVID-19 stuff. You don't understand in my personal life the amount of inconvenience that's going on right now. Extreme inconvenience right now. It's irritating. But I think in that situation that Dr. Harvey was doing what he thought was best to do for the safety of the faculty, staff, and student body of Hampton University at that time.
All right, so here we go. One of the most troubling concerns of the student body is political affairs of President Harvey. All right, so in 1991, President Harvey invited Republican George H.W. Bush to speak at Hampton's commencement despite the objections of hundreds of students. In 2005, several students' First Amendment rights and speech of assembly were violated when the Harvey administration disciplined them with the community service after protesting George W. Bush. In 2017, President Harvey controversially traveled to D.C. to meet with Donald Trump to discuss the future of HBCUs. In 2019, President Harvey erected a statue of George H.W. Bush on campus without consulting the student body or the alumni beforehand. In 2020, President Harvey invited Mike Pence to the university's Proton Therapy Institute. In 2020, President Harvey anticipated in a phone call with Mike Pence and Betsy DeVos to ensure that Hampton University would not be liable for the students who may have become sick with COVID-19 upon returning to campus in the fall of 2020. Most recently, it is revealed that several restaurants have donated millions of Trump's re-election campaign, among them Pizza Hut and Chick-fil-A, that were both brought onto the campus under Harvey administration.
Which I've also eaten at.
All right. So that is all the ones that are listed. The reason stated above represents fractions of issues under the Harvey administration, including continued the Title IX violation, outdated dorm and academic facilities, the discriminatory policies far too long. Our school has operated on the principle of keeping Hampton issues on the public eye. We are the petition to garner the support of our classmates, alumni. Once again, all right. So that is the sum. It says it's not all, but that's some. So we're going to go back, starting in 1991. All right. Some of these people that are on this protest kick were not even alive during that time.
That's correct.
All right. And if you haven't been paying attention, it takes money to run these historical black colleges.
A lot of money. It's money to run any college.
Right. But historically black colleges are funded a lot and held up by the federal government.
That's correct.
This man does not form, what's the word I'm looking at?
He doesn't form relationships.
If he doesn't form relationships with these administrations to get in there, to keep the money, to keep it flowing into his college, what do you think would happen to Hampton University?
Grand closing. For sale.
That's exactly what would happen. When Trump got in there, he pushed a lot of money into the historical black colleges because he said, why are y'all up here every year? And that's when they did the thing where they added, and that way they didn't have to come every year, and they pushed.
And as far to the best of my knowledge, President Trump, whom I sometimes have issues with, I've said before on this channel, other times I don't. We both
we know he's a narcissist. We know a lot of people don't like him.
But the truth is, of any president, he's given the most to historically black colleges. Whether you like him or not, for being a Republican. Remember, folks, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. The first black members of Congress were Republican. And I'm going to shut up before I go off on one of my tangents for those of you who are less educated than I am.
So the point being we're trying to make, you have, in my opinion, some gripes. Here's my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. But I want you to look at it from this way. You may not like over the 42 years that he has been president.
It's a long time.
That's a long time. but he's kept it open.
Kept it open.
He's kept it growing.
Mm-hmm.
I have drove through driving Uber. It looks like a great campus. Could it use work? Of course. All campuses could.
All of them. Even the nicest ones. Even the Naval Academy could.
But I think some of the gripes that you may have as far as like safety and the of the dorms and the facilities being a need to be upgraded more, and your academics, you know, brought right to the cutting edge. I can see that. I can understand that. But I think, in my opinion, that somewhere and around that y'all have mixed too much politics in with the actual gripe that you have for him.
Problems you really have.
You have problems at the school. I will not deny that.
Every school has problems.
Every school has problems, and every place has problems. But you cannot be mad at the man that has tried to form and had to have relationships formed to keep the money flowing. Because if the money's not coming in, you're not doing anything.
The school won't stay open. And let me interject here real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure if we're going to save it for later or not. I don't know. But Dr. Harvey and his wife, there's another article.
Yes.
That
I left it for you.
I'm not going to read it.
No, I left you saying
oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, but there's another article. Over the 42 or so years Dr. Harvey and his wife, by the way, Dr. Harvey is a Harvard graduate. That in itself brings
and he's from Bruton, Alabama. I just thought I'd bring that up.
Of course, he loves that. Go ahead and show your Alabama.
Oh, you don't have to. Listen to other videos.
But Dr. Harvey is not perfect. But that man and his wife have given more than $4.2 million of their own money to that school. Let me help you out a little bit. I wish I had 4 point. He's given a whole bunch of these with Benjamins on them to Hampton University over the 40 years, him and his wife. Some of that money has actually gone to the staff in order to keep the staff there by increasing what they make, because the staff got to eat too. They got to, whatever. I don't get too far in that. But guys, that guy is into Hampton University. That guy and his wife
have been living and breathing
that place.
Now,
they love that place.
If you want to say that you would like him to be gone because you want a new fresh look, a new era to begin, I got that. If you want a different change, I read there was some arguments in the thing about his dress code for women as far as like how to dress for business, and maybe he has still that old school mentality and you want that new look, I got it. But simply, and the way it reads and the way your petition reads, that you're trying to force him out because you do not like his political leanings or what he's had to do to get money to come in.
Because it appears he's a black conservative.
Now, we don't know the whole situation.
Yeah,
we can only go by what is written in the petition that was written up.
And what's written in the other article too.
So if there's something more that we're missing, let us know.
Please.
But you have some, I think we both agree there is some legitimate concerns and gripes. And like I said, if you want a new direction and you feel like it's time for a new direction, fine. But to try to force the man out because you don't like what he's had to do politically to keep money flowing to the schools and you just don't like his politics, I think you're overlooking the point of the fact the man has put everything he had into the Hampton University from what I've read.
Including his own money. His own
money for the last 42 years. So
his own money.
You got anything else, man?
No, that's pretty much it. Other than to say, I think that overall Dr. Harvey's done a great job and that he should stay.
He thinks he should stay. This is my thought on what I think he should do. Y'all should all sit down in the same room, carry on a conversation. Maybe he can come to agree that it's time for him to retire. You pick a date, but to just try to force him out because you don't like him, because of his politics, then I think that's wrong.
Dead wrong.
Because the man has given everything to Hampton University. So with that being said, this is Black and White Politics. I'm David. I'm the black guy.
I'm Blaine. I'm the very tan and handsome white guy. Can't you
You are a
tell?
little white today.
I know, man. I'm gonna feel a little pasty.
I know. Y'all have a great and wonderful day. That's our thoughts on the subject. Like, comment, subscribe.
Please share.
Follow us on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Black and White Politics.
Black and White Politics. Yep. And just be. And you know what? I know we disagree on things in closing, but I don't think we even cursed in this video. Try.
No,
so I know we did real good as two sailors. Try to be kind to one another. Try to look at the big picture of things before you just go off. Try your best.
And understand that we both understand that we don't go to this university.
Yeah.
But this is what we do. We give our opinions on things. We find the articles, we read them, we do a little research, and we sit down and make a video. So if there's something that we're missing, please
let us know.
Let us know. And if we missed enough of the stuff, then we'll come back and we'll make another one. So
thanks for
y'all
watching,
have a great
guys.
day.
Have a wonderful day.
Again,
Convocation Center. Where they have the basketball games at, and also where they have their commencement. I think a lot of times.
as we were driving back home after shooting this video, I got to thinking. I brought it to Mr. Blaine here. I was like, did you notice that the whole petition we read off, the only complaining that people were doing as far as presidents and going up there was the Republican presidents.
Right. They're only complaining about Republican politicians. There's been plenty of Democrat politicians that.
But I don't hear any complaint about that.
They've gone there. I mean,
and I can guarantee
there was no complaint. There's even I think one of the first, I think the first Virginia, I'm trying to remember her name, as I was at her funeral because I remember her name, but the first female Virginia State General Assembly woman who's buried at Hampton University. I was at that funeral. You know, obviously nobody that's a funeral, but still, she had been there to the college during her life many a times. No one complained about that.
No, but so you realize it makes you sound like it's just all, as far as that goes, more about the fact that he's conservative. Like, you've got to understand when you're trying to keep this college running that you've got to have money funding. I can guarantee you he went up there at the time Clinton was up there and had communication with them trying to get money and trying to get money from Obama, because you have to. That's how you keep the things running. That's how you keep things moving forward, like I said before. So with that being said, just something we wanted to throw in there. Hope you have a great day. Peace.
Don't forget, like, comment, share.
We already did that.
And I know,
we're doing it again.
Share, yep. Subscribe. just to remind you guys, subscribing is free, and please hit the notification bell so you know when David and I upload new videos to the channel.
And go see our Twitter account.
Yes.